we've left South Australia and we put together a video on our 17 stays on the Eyre Peninsula, and we've thrown in 9 places we stayed on the Yorke Peninsula. So we thought we'd go back and cover all the other places in South Australia that we stayed that aren't included in those 2 videos. So just a bit of a rundown. We stayed at 21 different campsites in South Australia, and for a total of 44 nights, and it cost us on average $22.65. So I've broken it up a little bit. We've got private property just outside of Eyre, which was free, and that was awesome because that was just a dude that sort of had a bit of his land opened up, and we sort of got in there, got out round the back and had a chance for a fire, and it's always nice when you get a chance for a fire. Pinaroo was free, which was our first stop in South Australia, and it was right in town.
Yeah, probably the least favourite of the free camps, just because there was nothing there. It was just a dirt car park, really.
It very much is a stop over on the way going somewhere else.
Yeah.
And Apilla Springs.
Apilla Springs.
Beautiful little spot. There's not a lot there, but we spent 2 nights there.
How much of a surprise was it, though? We go down this dirt road for, I don't know how many Ks it was, 15 maybe, and you just come to this campground that has a gorgeous gorge.
It was gorgeous, yes.
It was a real surprise what we found there, nature-wise.
Yeah, and it was the weather was not very good. It was blowing a gale, but we did ease up and we did have another chance for a fire, which is once again always good. But yeah, some of the stuff over the back down the bottom was beautiful.
Yeah,
it really was. Now another one chucked in there is Nell Shabby. It's a free camp, but it's a donation camp, and donation camps are good. We always leave a donation depending on what's sort of is available there, and they had a toilet, and flushing toilet too. So as you travel, it's weird how flushing toilets and shower accessibility can actually lift your opinion of a place. The next category is footy grounds and showgrounds. So we stayed at Tailem Bend, which was the footy ground. Murray Bridge was a showgrounds. Belhanna was a footy ground, Burra was a showground, and Saddleworth was a touch of both. But out of those 5, my favourite was Belhanna. It was at their footy ground, which is a beautiful footy ground. It's up in the Adelaide Hills. It's only half an hour into the city itself, so accessibility to go into places was fantastic. Had clearly marked sites. But you couldn't book there, could you, Tanya?
No. First in.
And, I think there was only 10 or 12 sites. I could be wrong.
I think it was 12.
Now, my favourite town was Burra. Burra was fantastic. Burra blew me away with how good it was.
You did like Burra.
And I don't think we spent enough time there, but Burra was a cracking little historic town, and they're doing lots of work all through it, making it a historic little town.
Yeah.
Now, I suppose Tailem Bend and Murray Bridge are fairly close to each other.
Yep.
In my opinion, I thought Tailem Bend was a bit better. It was a nice walk into town, and we just enjoyed it there. To be honest, when we're trying to pick places we liked or didn't like, it's very, very seldom we found a place we actually didn't like.
Yeah.
So we are sort of splitting hairs on a lot of these, but Tailem Bend for me ahead of Murray Bridge. Although the Murray Bridge does have that friggin'...
Oh, the bunyip.
Bunyip. Man, that was...
Scary.
Scary as F.
It was scary.
Yeah. Now, a couple others we just wanted to chuck in. Renmark, which we stayed on the way back, was just a car park stay.
Yeah.
It was on the Sturt Highway. It was pretty loud, but it was $15 and a nice place to park up. There was plenty of space. So as far as a stopover, I thought it was all right. Now, the one pub camp we done, it was at Peterborough at the Junction Hotel.
Yes. Free to stay behind the pub in the car park as long as you spent some money in the pub. And it being our first pub stay, we did go a bit crazy, and it coincided with a football game that Scott wanted to watch. So, yeah, it did not end up being a budget-friendly stay for us.
It was by far our most expensive night. That leads us into caravan parks. The Victor Harbour Tourist Park, it only cost us $33 a night because they had a pay for 3, stay for 4 deal. So some of the deals you can get on caravan parks, it's well worth having a look if you're going to stay at a caravan park. Check out their websites and see what they have for deals. So it was one of my favourite caravan parks. It was brilliant.
Oh, it was a beautiful park, really well kept, clean. Everything there that you needed. Your laundry, your amenities, things for the kids to do if you've got kids.
The water slide looked fantastic, and a walk into town too.
It was, surprisingly.
It was. The Riverton Caravan Park was a beautiful little caravan park that we stayed at without any intention of staying there. We were driving through and we found some historical stuff happening at their museum, which only happens once or twice a month. And it was just I really liked the little town. I thought it was a beautiful little town. And the caravan park, $35. I think $35 power and water. You're going pretty good, in my opinion. So Riverton Caravan Park was a beautiful little caravan park. Port Germain was one of the first ones where we got sort of around on the other side of Adelaide. It's not on the Yorke Peninsula, but it's down in that general vicinity. And it was a touch dear at $45 a night, but a beautiful caravan park, a beautiful site. You're right across the road from the jetty. I've got a shout out to the Vietnamese place there.
Oh, beautiful food.
Beautiful food. Really enjoyed it there. We actually were driving past and had to duck in to get another banh mi. It was really good. Now, I've mentioned at Orroroo we stayed at a private camp. We also went into Orroroo Caravan Park for a few days just to do some washing and stuff like that. It was $30 a night. And Orroroo was one of my surprising towns of the stay. I've loved it.
Yeah, it was a lovely little town.
It was, and there was just so much about it that I liked. And I think all up, we stayed there for like 5 nights, including the free camp just outside of town and the caravan park. And driving through it, there is no way you would think that you could spend 5 nights in Orroroo. Done it easy.
Yeah.
Really did rate it. Like I said, it was $30 a night for power and water, so that is really on the reasonable side of things. Then we shot around to Ronsley Park. Now, Tony's going to tell us about Ronsley Park, because she's a big fan, I hear.
Yes, very big fan of Ronsley Park. It's in the middle of the Flinders, and you're just surrounded by gorgeous scenery. The caravan park, we stayed unpowered, but we were close to an amenities block. It was $34 a night there. I think we stayed 5 nights there as well. So it's got your standard things, camp kitchen and everything like that. It also has fuel, which was reasonably priced. And
the Woolshed restaurant.
Oh, the Woolshed restaurant, which specialises in lamb, because that's what the station produces. It was beautiful. It was definitely a highlight of the meals in South Australia. But it was, just a lovely park. Very busy, but where we were, it wasn't too bad. We weren't surrounded by people, which was good. Yeah.
And it's close to Wilpena Pound. You can also go the drive to Blinman. There's a couple of gorges that you can drive through, which were fantastic. So a real base for that area. Was a really great base. A really great base. Ronsley Park. Did rate it. So then we went up to Maree. Now, the Maree was the Oasis Hotel, or the Oasis Caravan Park. Our plan was to go and camp behind the pub, but there's only a few sites behind the pub, so once you get up there and there's no sites,
Yeah.
we got to Oasis, and
And we were lucky to get in there. There was only 2 spaces left when we got there, and still people were coming in trying to get spots because it's right at the start of the Oodnadatta track. It's your last stop before you get on.
so I'm not going to be too critical of Maree, because they were doing some work on it,
There was a lot of work going on.
but it needed a lot of work.
Yes.
So, as Tanya said, Maree was the start of the Oodnadatta track for us, and we stayed at William Creek Caravan Park,
Yep.
which was just another overnighter. It was fairly big. Oh, it was very big, actually.
Yeah, it is a big park.
The pub was really busy, and we had a nice feed there. But like I said, it was just a stay over. I can't remember how much it cost. I should have
I think it was 35.
35.
Yeah.
And once again, it was a lot of transient people just stopping for the one night.
Or to do air flights for the...
For the
Lake Eyre?
Lake
Is
Eyre.
it Lake
Yeah, there
Eyre?
was a lot of that.
Yeah.
Cooper Pedy, we stayed at, what was it called? Was it called the Opal City Caravan Park?
Something like that, yeah.
I'll double check that. If it's not right, I'll make a change. I enjoyed it there. It was in town. You could walk around. It had a bistro bar attached to it, which was pretty good. And it was only $28 a night. We might have got that on some sort of deal as well.
We did, yeah. It was we stayed for 5, paid for 4.
Yeah. And then coming back down from Cooper Pedy, we stayed at Glendambo. Now, Glendambo is another one. They were doing some works on it. They were doing a new amenities block, or doing some plumbing in the amenities block.
Yeah.
It again, fantastic looking pub. The caravan park really needs some work on it. It just needed some work when we were there. Hopefully they continue to do some work and it does improve, because it probably is worthy of having a really good caravan park attached to such a fantastic looking pub.
Yeah.
So there are our stays. The last one we've saved, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably Tanya's favourite.
It's definitely up there.
Definitely up there.
Yes.
And everyone talks about it. Rapid Bay.
You can't actually give it a good enough rap. I mean, you've got the only amenities there was a toilet. You got a toilet block. Other than that, you're just you. That's it. You've got a dirt patch that you parked up on. So there's no luxury at all, but you turn around and you see that ocean and it's right there, and you've got dolphins and seals, and you've got a jetty, and you've got a big hill on one side that's got a cave in it, and it just keeps giving.
It is so funny because it is so busy. You're parking up shoulder to shoulder with your neighbours. You've got enough. We were lucky that we just got in there and reversed into a beach site straight away. There was a caretaker there, and he told us what spots to take. So we were lucky we got the beach side straight away for our 3 nights. We would have stayed there a lot more, but it was bloody so windy. So you got overcrowded, you got not a lot of amenities, you got wind, and it was freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, because I'm not a person that likes crowds or likes to have to queue for things. But this was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really.
So beautiful.
I caught my first squid there, which is a good memory. We caught some fish. We could go out the back of the caravan and catch fish. Oh, it's a feisty one. That's a bigger one.
That's a better one.
Hang on, open your bail up a bit. Hey. Just watch that hook. Hold him up.
It's a nicer one.
That is good.
No idea what it is still.
Alright.
Good.
We had a swim in there.
It was cold.
It was cold. But it was $25 a night.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, $25 a night for the two of us. Once again, you couldn't. You did book, didn't you? Did you book?
Yes.
Yeah, you had to book for that one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, had to book for that one, but I think it was first in for the sites.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they must just have
You
it.
couldn't pick a site or anything like that.
Yeah, and like I said, we were lucky that when we got there, the caretaker was able to put us straight onto the beach, which was fantabulous. So that was our South Australia trip. As I said, we've got another couple of videos out that were the Yorke Peninsula and Eyre Peninsula. South Australia actually surprised me. I have so much I want to go back to.
Yeah.
To see it again, or so much that I want to go and find, because it's a big state and there's so much to explore.
Yeah, I'm surprised that for the amount of time we were there, there's still so much that we would like to see.
Yep, absolutely. And we won't rattle off a list, because hopefully in about 2036 we'll be back there.
You never know.
You never know. And as we make this, we have our 50th subscriber has subscribed.
Thank you very much.
And remember, don't count the years.
Make the years count.